This is Shara Marshall of Wholistic Transformation, LLC, and you are watching the Flowgram. My name is Shara Marshall, and I am originally from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. I have been in Durham, North Carolina since '99, where I went to undergrad at North Carolina Central University. And then I received my master's in criminal justice, also at North Carolina Central University. I'm going back for a master's in social work this coming up fall. I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I love fitness. So my mother was an athlete growing up. She ran track, and she also was a fitness instructor, and so I kind of grew up in that lifestyle. Used to do Taebo in the living room and go to her classes, step aerobics classes. So as I got older, it's just something that just was innate inside me. So I decided to kind of follow in her footsteps and become certified as a fitness instructor. So my mother passed away in 2014 from brain cancer. And like I mentioned, she was my inspiration for even going into fitness and nutrition. And I had a really hard time after losing her. I was the only child, single parent home. And so it was very unexpected. She was diagnosed, and within 6 months later, she was gone. So I learned a lot in that period. I had suffered from depression, anxiety. I was no longer driven like I usually had been. I was actually working on my PhD at the time. I just kind of dropped out of school. I was working, I left work, and I just had that moment where I just didn't want to be alive. And so my friends, were my support system. My family was my support system, and they kind of got me through the rough patch. But it wasn't until I accepted my mom's death that I was able to embrace my life. And so that's when I decided to use my pain and my struggles and show that you can overcome your challenges and you can overcome things that kind of knock you off course, which is life. And so Holistic Transformation is not just about fitness and nutrition, it's about mind, body, and spirit. So looking at your pain and turning it into your passion and having like a platform to allow others to share their stories. When did the entrepreneurial spirit hit me? Honestly, it was something that just kind of chose me. I didn't really have a clear path. When my mom passed, it was more trying to advance in my current career and not really thought about what was best for me and how could I kind of invest in myself. But once I had that experience, it just kind of presented itself like this is what your purpose in life is. This is what you need to do. And everything just kind of honestly just came together. So things that I had experienced in the past and connections that I had made, it all kind of prepared me for where I am today. So I just tell people just kind of trust your instincts, connect your passion with your purpose, set aside any doubts and fears that you may have, and just kind of go for it. And I have my faith in God, and I believe that my mom is still here with me, kind of guiding my footsteps, and just kind of have to trust the process. When I think of mentorship, I think about support system, and I have a huge support system. Those that have seen me in my lowest and those who support me where I am now, those that elevate me. When you talk about mentorship, you have to be very careful about who you have in your circle. You have to have somebody that you can trust, somebody that is not intimidated by your success, somebody that has skill sets that you don't possess. And I have a public relations marketing person. My trainer, he takes me to the next level with my cardio kickboxing and making sure I'm conditioned so I can condition others. My line sisters, who are like my sisters, they've been there when I was low and didn't want to get out of bed. and they're here with me now, and they come to my classes and they bring clients my way. They help me brainstorm on how I can do better in my in my coaching and just in my overall business. So mentorship it looks differently for different people, but for me, my mentors are those that are already in my circle, and I was able to kind of pull from their strengths, things that I lack in. They're able to build and bring that to me. My coaching is individualized. So when somebody comes to me, they may have a goal of they want to lose 20 pounds. And so that's the healthy body part, and that's really great. But I also tap into what are some reasons where you need to lose that weight. Did you have a transitional moment in life where you're an emotional eater? Or did something happen where you stopped working out? Or did you never really have the knowledge of what was healthy and what was unhealthy? And so are we trying to change more of a behavior? So I look at behavior modification. So we have a goal in mind, but how are we going to get there? What are the clear steps that we need for you to get there? Do you have that healthy mindset? Do you have a life balance? Do you know how to manage your stress? Because all that can play a part on the weight loss piece. And then just, spiritually, it doesn't have to be necessarily going to church. It can be whatever that is that centers you. So I look at the mind, the body, and the spirit. So making sure wellness is not just about fitting into a dress for a wedding, or it's not just about getting off blood pressure medication. Why are you stressing outside of what you're eating? Or are you in a healthy relationship? So all these things play a part on who we are as human beings and as people. And so I tap into that part of them. My biggest concern is your reason for change and your readiness for change. I'm very serious and passionate about what I do. So if you're not committed to the journey that you're about to embark when you come see me, then I would tell you I have free consults. I tell them what it entails. I tell them that this is not going to be easy. Nothing that you want in life comes easy. People want to put all their energy into a job that doesn't give back to them. People sometimes, especially mothers, they lose themselves in their family and they forget about themselves. But when it's focused on just you and what you want, nobody wants to take that road. So I tell them, if you want to come see me, we're going to get you the results that you want to see, but it's going to be some work involved. So my success story is based off of the success of my clients. So success looks like different things for different people, but when I see that it becomes a part of who you are, that's when I know that we've made a change that's going to be successful long term. So I'm not about short-term goals. We have short-term goals to reach long-term goals. It's about a lifestyle change. So when I hear the tone and the dialect change, when they're like, how much sodium is in that? Or I had a cookout, but I brought my own food. Or, I can't eat that. When I hear those kind of triggers, it lets me know that it's starting to become something that is more intrinsic for them. It's becoming something that they're desired from within, and not just because, I don't want to eat that because I'm going to get in trouble with Shay. So when I start hearing the change and they start seeing the difference, I know that I've made an impact on their life that's going to be long lasting. What's next? So, I always have things in mind that I would like to do, like to expand, but I've learned for myself that I kind of have to let things play out as they will, and for me just to be in the position to kind of let it happen. So like I said, I'm going to get my master's in social work. A lot of my clients deal with anxiety, depression, emotional eating. So I want to be able to tap into that a little bit more with behavior management and actually been skilled in psychotherapy. So that's kind of the track I'm on now. I'm going to do a lot more personal training, continue doing my cardio fusions. I love doing that. I would love to, if somebody wants to have like a retreat and me come in and just kind of talk about what healthy living looks like and what it feels like, kind of talk about women empowerment. I'm all about connecting and reducing that gap between or within the Black community especially. So, wellness expos, like whatever, opportunities present themselves, I'm all for it. So I'm on social media. Facebook is Shara Marshall or Wholistic Transformation. Instagram, Wholistic Transformation. They can text me, call me for a free consult. They can come up to me in the grocery store and say, hey, I see you on the video. I'm very approachable, and very accessible. As long as they're serious inquiries only. Okay. Oh gosh. So it has to be something that's very upbeat, something that takes you from one element to the next. I want you to feel like you have been transitioned from the outside world into my world. So that looks like a lot of Jersey mix, a lot of Philly mix. I'm from Florida, so beat is really important to me. So anything that kind of takes me out of my coach hat and puts me into more of that grimy, get in your face, push you to the limit type of shay. That's the kind of music that I listen to, and I like for it to kind of evolve around and move within my students.
Move to the beat.